Have you ever felt a quiet unease around someone, like a warning whisper in the back of your mind? Sometimes danger doesn't arrive with a sword, but with a smile. Not everyone who enters your life wishes you well. Some disguise their true nature with charm, waiting for the right moment to manipulate, deceive, or take advantage of your trust. The Stoics taught that we cannot control the intentions of others, only how we respond to them. And the first step to protecting your peace is awareness. The signs of ill intent are often subtle, hidden in flattery, excuses, or well-crafted lies. They don't announce themselves with grand gestures, but slip quietly into your relationships, your friendships, even your workplace. If you're not paying attention, they can erode your confidence, your happiness, and your sense of self. This is not about paranoia or fear, it's about clarity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And clarity of thought begins with seeing people for who they truly are, not who they pretend to be. Today, we'll uncover 6 clear signs of those with harmful intentions. These are not just warnings, they are tools to help you navigate the world with wisdom and strength. Pay attention, not with suspicion, but with understanding. Because when you recognize the game, you can choose not to play. Let's begin. 1. Excessive flattery. Beware of honey-coated words, for they often conceal the bitter taste of deception. Flattery, when excessive, is not admiration, it is a tool of manipulation. Those with harmful intentions do not seek to uplift you, they seek to disarm you. They shower you with praise, not because they truly value you, but because they want something in return. At first, their words may seem warm, comforting, even intoxicating. "You're the most brilliant person I've ever met. I don't know what I'd do without you." Compliments like these feel good because as humans, we crave validation. But the Stoics teach us to be wary of attachment to external praise. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Don't be overheard complaining about life at court, not even to yourself." The same applies to admiration. Do not let yourself be ruled by it. Consider this. A coworker constantly tells you how invaluable you are. "Your ideas are always the best," they say. You take pride in your work, so the words feel genuine. But soon, small requests begin. "Can you help me with this project? Can you cover for me?" Before long, their dependency grows, and you realize their flattery was never about appreciation. It was about leverage. In friendships, the same tactic plays out differently. A friend who keeps telling you, "You're the most generous person I know," is not just complimenting your kindness. They are setting the stage for future favors. You begin to feel obligated to lend them money, support their decisions, or excuse their behavior, even when it makes you uncomfortable. This is not friendship. It's a carefully crafted trap. Flattery is also used as a distraction. When someone bombards you with praise, they divert your attention from their true intentions. Imagine a person who constantly tells you how intelligent, beautiful, or talented you are, while secretly undermining you. They may spread rumors, manipulate your emotions, or take advantage of your trust. But because their words are sweet, you fail to notice the bitterness of their actions until it's too late. Epictetus warns us, "If someone tried to take control of your body and make you a slave, you would fight for your freedom. Yet how easily you hand over your mind to anyone who insults you or flatters you, allowing it to be troubled and confused." A wise person does not allow themselves to be swayed by empty words. They recognize that true character is revealed through actions, not compliments. This is not to say that all praise is insincere. Genuine admiration exists. A person with good intentions does not need to shower you with constant affirmation. Their respect is shown in how they treat you, not just in what they say. They uplift you not with exaggerated words, but with honesty, loyalty, and integrity. So, the next time you are faced with excessive flattery, pause. Ask yourself, is this praise genuine, or is it a mask for manipulation? Look beyond the words and observe the actions. A wise person does not reject all compliments, but they also do not allow themselves to be blinded by them. In the end, it is not what people say that defines them, it is what they do. 2. Consistent lies. A single lie may be a mistake. A pattern of lies is a strategy. Those with harmful intentions do not use dishonesty merely to avoid embarrassment. They use it to confuse, manipulate, and control. A person who lies consistently is not just distorting the truth. They are reshaping reality itself, ensuring that you never quite know where you stand. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And if you allow a liar's deception to seep into your mind, your sense of truth will begin to erode. At first, their lies may seem harmless. A co-worker insists they completed a task when they clearly haven't. A friend fabricates details about their life to appear more impressive. A partner constantly claims, "I was just with friends," yet their words never quite match their actions. Small inconsistencies add up over time, and before you realize it, you're trapped in a web of deception. The true danger of habitual lying is not just the dishonesty itself, but its impact on your perception of reality. When someone you trust lies repeatedly, it forces you to question your own memory and instincts. "I never said that." "You're remembering it wrong." These phrases are not just denials, they are weapons of control. This tactic, often called gaslighting, leaves you doubting yourself, making you more vulnerable to further manipulation. Liars also use deception as a way to avoid accountability. When confronted, they deflect. "You're overreacting." "You misunderstood me." Instead of admitting fault, they turn the blame onto you, making you feel guilty for even questioning them. Seneca once said, "He who does not know what the world is, does not know where he is." This is exactly what habitual liars want, to keep you disoriented so you cannot see their true nature. Another sign of chronic deception is when someone seems too good to be true. They exaggerate their achievements, fabricate connections, or make promises they never intend to keep. In the workplace, they might falsely claim expertise to climb the ranks. In relationships, they may paint a perfect image of themselves, only for the illusion to crumble over time. The truth, however, always reveals itself, if you are willing to see it. Some liars go beyond deception and actively create division. They whisper half-truths to different people, spreading seeds of doubt. "She doesn't respect you." "He's been talking behind your back." By turning people against each other, they position themselves as the only reliable source of information. This tactic is particularly destructive in families, friendships, and workplaces, where trust is essential. Then there are those who lie so often, they no longer even attempt to be consistent. One day, they claim one thing, the next day, the opposite. They assume you won't question them, or if you do, they'll simply lie again. This level of dishonesty is not just manipulation, it is pure disregard for truth itself. Perhaps the clearest example of consistent lying is seen in con artists. They create entire identities built on deception, gaining trust only to exploit it. They claim to be philanthropists while stealing from charities, or present themselves as friends while secretly plotting against you. Their lies are not spontaneous. They are calculated, designed to take advantage of your goodwill. Living in the presence of habitual dishonesty is like walking through fog. Nothing is ever clear, and every step forward is uncertain. But the Stoics teach us that clarity is within our control. If you pay attention to patterns rather than excuses, the truth becomes impossible to ignore. A person who lies without remorse is not misguided. They are dangerous. And the only way to free yourself from their deception is to stop believing their words and start believing their actions. 3. Unexplained jealousy. Few emotions reveal a person's true nature as clearly as jealousy. When someone cannot rejoice in your success, when your happiness unsettles them, or when they seek to diminish your achievements instead of celebrating them, you are witnessing a dangerous sign. Jealousy, when left unchecked, festers into resentment, and resentment often turns into sabotage. The Stoics understood this well. Envy is not about you. It is about the other person's inner turmoil. As Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." At first, jealousy disguises itself as harmless remarks, sarcastic jokes, subtle put-downs, or dismissive comments. Suppose you earn a promotion at work. Instead of congratulating you, a colleague smirks and says, "Must be nice to get all the easy projects." Or a so-called friend sees your success and mutters, "Guess you got lucky." These words may seem insignificant, but their true intent is clear: to make you question whether you truly deserve what you've worked for. Those with ill intentions rarely express their jealousy openly. Instead, they cloak it in false support. Imagine a friend who smiles when you buy a new car, but immediately adds, "I bet the monthly payments are killing you." Or someone who congratulates you on your relationship, only to say, "Enjoy it while it lasts. Nothing good ever lasts forever." These words are not harmless observations. They are attempts to plant doubt, to chip away at your joy, to make you feel unworthy of the good in your life. Jealousy, when left unchecked, turns into quiet sabotage. A co-worker who forgets to pass along important information. A friend who spreads subtle rumors, twisting the truth just enough to make people doubt you. A family member who excludes you from conversations, gatherings, or decisions, not out of forgetfulness, but out of spite. These actions are not accidents. They are calculated moves by those who cannot bear to see you rise. At its core, jealousy is a mirror. It reflects the insecurities of the person who harbors it. When someone envies your success, it is not because you have taken something from them. It is because your achievements remind them of what they have failed to accomplish. A secure person sees another's success as inspiration. An insecure person sees it as a threat. Epictetus reminds us, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." The jealous mind resents others instead of seeking to improve itself. This type of envy often reveals itself in passive-aggressive behavior. You may notice backhanded compliments, such as, "You look great today, for once," or sudden coldness when you accomplish something meaningful. The jealous person may even try to isolate you, keeping you out of important conversations, failing to acknowledge your efforts, or pretending your successes are insignificant. Their goal is not just to undermine you, but to make you doubt yourself. When someone envies you, they do not see your hard work, your struggles, or your sacrifices. They see only the outcome, and they resent you for it. But their jealousy is not your burden to carry. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Do not lower yourself to their level. Do not allow their resentment to shake your confidence. Instead, recognize jealousy for what it is, a sign of a troubled soul. Protect your peace by setting firm boundaries. Do not let their bitterness become your distraction. Stay focused, stay grounded, and above all, do not dim your light to make others comfortable. Their resentment is theirs to bear, not yours. 4. Exploitation of vulnerabilities. To share your struggles with someone is an act of trust, but to a manipulator, that trust is an opportunity. Those with evil intentions do not see your vulnerabilities as something to respect. They see them as tools to use against you. They do not seek to help you overcome your fears. They seek to control you through them. As Seneca wisely said, "A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver." When someone appears supportive, always question their true intent. This form of exploitation often begins subtly. You confide in someone about an insecurity, a painful memory, or a personal fear. At first, they listen with empathy, offering reassurance. But later, in a moment of anger or manipulation, they use your own words as a weapon. No wonder you're always scared. You can't handle anything. You'll never move past that mistake. What was once a moment of vulnerability becomes a tool for humiliation. In professional settings, this tactic is used to maintain power. Suppose a colleague knows you're uncomfortable with public speaking. Instead of encouraging you, they bring it up in front of others. Let's not ask them to present. They hate speaking in front of people. What seems like an innocent remark is actually a calculated effort to undermine your confidence and keep you in a weaker position. Emotional manipulation is another powerful tool. If you are naturally empathetic, they will use guilt to control you. "If you really cared about me, you'd do this. I can't believe you'd abandon me when I need you." These statements are not cries for help. They are psychological traps, designed to make you feel responsible for their well-being while they take advantage of your kindness. Financial exploitation follows a similar pattern. If they know you are generous and uncomfortable saying no, they will repeatedly ask for favors, money, or support. "I promise I'll pay you back. You're the only one who can help me." Yet the debt is never repaid, and the help is never enough. They count on your good nature, using it against you. Perhaps the most dangerous form of exploitation happens when you are already vulnerable, during times of crisis, loss, or self-doubt. These manipulators present themselves as your saviors. "You can always count on me. I'll help you get through this." At first, their support seems genuine, but over time, you realize their help comes with strings attached. They remind you constantly of what they've done, making you feel indebted to them. Their goal is not to lift you up, it is to make you dependent. This is especially common in toxic relationships. A manipulative partner may use your insecurities to keep you trapped. "You're lucky I'm with you. No one else would tolerate this. You should be grateful I'm here." These words are designed to strip away your self-worth and make you feel as if leaving is not an option. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Those who exploit your vulnerabilities do not want you to think clearly. They want you to doubt yourself, to question your worth, to feel powerless. But once you recognize this pattern, you regain control. Your vulnerabilities do not make you weak. Trusting the wrong person does. Choose wisely. 5. Isolation tactics. A single thread is weak, but woven into a fabric, it becomes unbreakable. This is why those with harmful intentions seek to isolate you, because alone you are easier to control. They do not attack you outright. They chip away at your connections, one conversation at a time, until you no longer have a support system strong enough to challenge them. At first, their actions may seem caring, even protective. I just want to spend more time with you. Your friends don't truly have your best interests at heart. These words may sound like concern, but their true intent is to plant doubt, to make you question those who care about you. Once that seed is planted, it grows, until you begin to withdraw from the very people who could help you see the truth. Some manipulators take a more direct approach. They discourage you from seeing others, subtly at first. Do we really have to go? I thought tonight was just for us. But over time, the suggestions become demands. Your family never really supported you. Why even bother? Before you realize it, you've drifted away from friends and family, convinced it was your own choice. Worse still, they may create division where none existed. They spread rumors, twist your words, or reveal private information, turning people against you. I heard them say they're tired of your friendship. Your family thinks you're irresponsible. The goal is clear: to weaken the bonds that could protect you, leaving them as your only trusted source. Isolation is not always physical. Sometimes it is woven into your daily life. They monopolize your time, demanding constant attention, texting, calling, or insisting on your presence every moment of the day. Your world shrinks, leaving little room for anyone else. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. A mind surrounded by only one voice is easy to manipulate, but a mind exposed to many perspectives can see the truth. This tactic extends beyond personal relationships. In the workplace, a manipulative boss or co-worker might exclude you from meetings, withhold key information, or damage your reputation. Isolation breeds powerlessness, making it easier for them to dictate your future while you stand alone. The most dangerous part of isolation is that it happens gradually. You may not notice at first, the distance between you and loved ones growing inch by inch, excuse by excuse. But one day, you look around and realize you are standing alone. And that is exactly what they wanted. Epictetus said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." A healthy relationship, whether personal or professional, encourages connection, not separation. If someone is working to cut you off from those who love you, their intentions are not genuine. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking free. 6. Blame shifting. A person of integrity owns their mistakes. A manipulator makes sure someone else carries the burden. Blame shifting is one of the most deceptive tactics used by those with harmful intentions. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions, they twist the narrative, making you feel at fault. Over time, this relentless evasion erodes your confidence, leaving you questioning your own reality. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Recognizing blame shifting is the first step to reclaiming that power. At first, their excuses may seem reasonable. They miss a deadline and say, "You should have reminded me." They make a mistake at work and claim, "The instructions weren't clear." Every failure is someone else's fault. In relationships, this behavior is even more toxic. If caught lying, they don't admit wrongdoing but deflect. "Well, You made me feel like I couldn't be honest. Their goal is not truth, but control, ensuring that no matter what happens, they emerge blameless. Blame shifting often walks hand in hand with gaslighting. If you confront them, they respond with, "That's not what happened," or "You're overreacting." Slowly, you begin to doubt yourself. Maybe I did misunderstand. Maybe I am being too sensitive. This self-doubt gives them even more power, making it harder for you to hold them accountable. In friendships, blame shifters constantly position themselves as victims. "I wouldn't have said that if you weren't so sensitive." "You're always making things difficult." These statements serve one purpose: to make you feel guilty for their actions. And in the workplace, they create division by dodging responsibility. "I only messed up because I wasn't given enough time." This behavior fosters mistrust, turning teams against one another while they walk away unscathed. Seneca reminds us, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The blame shifter thrives on this, making you imagine that you are the problem when, in truth, they are the source of the chaos. But once you see the pattern, their power fades. True strength lies in holding firm to reality, refusing to carry blame that isn't yours. Accountability is the foundation of any healthy relationship. If someone refuses to own their actions, their intentions are not pure. Recognize the signs, stand your ground, and protect your peace. Protecting yourself from harmful intentions begins with awareness. The signs we've explored today are not just warnings, they are keys to clarity, helping you see through deception and stand firm in your truth. Your peace of mind, your happiness, and your well-being are worth guarding fiercely. The more you recognize these patterns, the stronger and more resilient you become. If this video resonated with you, let's keep the conversation going. Drop a "Stay strong" in the comments, or simply type 0 if you've ever encountered these behaviors before, and 1 if you now feel more prepared to handle them. Your experiences might help someone who needs this insight right now. And if you found value here, don't forget to like the video. It helps more people discover this message. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss content that empowers you to navigate life with wisdom and strength. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and every deception you recognize is one less chain holding you back. Stay mindful, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more ways to protect your energy and live with unshakable confidence.